The rain fell softly over Riverside Park, turning the sidewalks into shining paths of light. Most people hurried past with their heads down, eager to get home. Jackets were pulled tight. Footsteps were quick. No one wanted to stop. Near the old bandstand, a small girl stood alone. Her name was Maya. She was 7 years old. Her pink jacket was damp from the rain, and her hands were wrapped tightly around a small teddy bear. Her eyes searched every face that passed by, hoping someone would notice her. Most did not. Maya's voice was quiet at first. Then it grew stronger, filled with fear and hope at the same time. "My grandma needs help," she said. A man walking his dog slowed for a moment, then kept going. A woman glanced at Maya, hesitated, and looked away. The park felt suddenly very large, and Maya felt very small. She took a step forward and tried again. "Please," she said. "Something bad happened. I don't know what to do." No one stopped. Maya's grandmother, Elena, was the only family she had. Elena had raised her with patience and warmth, filling their small apartment above a laundromat with music, stories, and gentle routines. Every morning, Elena brushed Maya's hair and reminded her that kindness mattered, even when the world felt unfair. Tonight, the world felt unfair. There had been shouting at home, loud voices, angry words. Maya did not understand everything, but she understood fear. Elena had told her to leave and find help. So Maya ran into the rain, holding her teddy bear like it was a shield. Now she stood in the park, wondering if she had made a mistake. Then she heard it. A deep sound rolled through the air, steady and calm. Not thunder, not frightening, just strong. Motorcycle engines moving together, slow and controlled. Maya turned. 5 motorcycles came into view and stopped near the curb. The riders wore dark jackets and leather vests. Their bikes were clean, their movements careful. They did not rush. They did not shout. One of them stepped off his bike. He was tall and broad, with gray in his beard and a quiet strength in his eyes. His name was Marcus. People called him Tank, not because he was harsh, but because he stayed steady when others panicked. Marcus noticed Maya right away. He walked toward her and stopped a few steps away. Then he bent down so he was closer to her height. "Hey there," he said. His voice was calm, not loud, not rushed. "You look like you could use some help." Maya looked at him. She had always been told to be careful around strangers. But something about the way Marcus waited, without pressure, made her feel safe. She nodded. "My grandma is in a difficult moment," Maya said. "She's scared. I tried to get help, but no one listened." Marcus's face softened. Behind him, the other riders watched quietly. No one laughed. No one judged. "Where is she?" Marcus asked. Maya pointed toward the street where the lights were dimmer and the buildings older. "We live there," she said. "Above the laundromat." Marcus stood up and turned to his group. "We're going," he said. A woman with silver hair stepped forward and smiled gently at Maya. "I'll stay right with you," she said. Maya felt something new rise in her chest. Hope. They walked together through the rain. Not fast, not slow, just steady. The sound of boots on wet pavement echoed softly, like a promise. When they reached the building, Marcus stopped. "You did the right thing," he told Maya. "Asking for help takes courage." Maya held her teddy bear a little tighter and nodded. For the first time that night, she believed that things could change. Ending line. Sometimes the people the world overlooks are the ones brave enough to ask for help, and the ones least expected are the ones who choose to answer. The hallway smelled of soap and warm air from the dryers below. The lights flickered softly as Maya climbed the stairs with the woman beside her. The bikers followed at a respectful distance. Their footsteps were calm and measured. Maya stopped at the door of her apartment. She looked up. "This is it," she said. Marcus stepped forward but did not touch the door yet. He knelt again so he was level with Maya. "You were brave to come this far," he said. "Now let us handle the rest." Maya nodded. Her hands were shaking, but she did not step back. The woman with silver hair placed a gentle hand on Maya's shoulder. "I'm Stella," she said. "I'll stay right here with you." Maya felt the warmth of that hand and breathed a little easier. Marcus knocked once. Firm. Calm. Inside, there was movement. A chair scraping. A voice raised in frustration, then quiet again. The door opened. Elena stood there, tired and startled. Her eyes widened when she saw the bikers, then filled with relief when she saw Maya. "Maya," Elena said, "you came back." Maya ran forward and hugged her grandmother tightly. "I brought help," Maya said. Elena looked at Marcus. She straightened her shoulders. "Thank you for coming," she said. "Things were very difficult." Marcus nodded with respect. "We're here to make sure everyone is safe and heard," he said. Nothing more. The apartment was small but neat. A table by the window, a couch with handmade pillows, family photos on the wall. It was a home built on care, not comfort. The tension in the room was heavy but quiet. Another man stood near the kitchen. He looked surprised and unsure. His posture was stiff. His voice was low. "There's been a misunderstanding," he said. Marcus did not raise his voice. "Then let's slow things down," he replied. "Everyone deserves calm." The man looked at the floor. He said nothing more. Elena took a deep breath. "I asked him to leave," she said. "I just needed space." Marcus nodded again. "That sounds fair," he said. "This home belongs to you and your granddaughter. Your comfort matters." The man hesitated. Then he picked up his jacket. "I'll go," he said quietly. No one rushed him. No one followed. He walked past Marcus and down the stairs without another word. The apartment felt different after that. Lighter. Quieter. Elena sat down at the table, her hands folded. "I didn't know who to call," she said. "I didn't want to bother anyone." Marcus pulled out a chair and sat across from her. "Everyone deserves support," he said. "Asking for help is not a burden." Stella brought Maya a glass of water. "You did something important tonight," she said. Maya looked at her grandmother. "I was scared," Maya said. "But I remembered what you always tell me." Elena smiled softly. "To choose kindness," she said. "And courage," Maya added. The bikers began to help in small ways. One fixed a loose chair leg. Another straightened the rug. No one was asked. They simply noticed. Elena watched them, surprised. "I thought people like you were supposed to be rough," she said quietly to Marcus. He smiled. "We get misunderstood," he said. "That happens when people judge too fast." Maya sat on the couch, holding her teddy bear, watching everything with wide eyes. For the first time that night, she felt safe again. Ending line. Sometimes, calm returns not through force, but through respect, patience, and the courage to stand up for what feels right. The rain slowed outside, tapping softly against the window like a gentle reminder that the night was changing. Inside the apartment, warm light filled the small space. The tension that once lived there had faded. Maya sat at the table with her teddy bear beside her. She traced small circles on the wood, listening. Marcus spoke calmly. "Everything tonight started because someone felt unheard," he said. "That happens more often than people admit." Elena nodded. "I thought I could handle everything on my own," she said. "I didn't want to seem weak." Stella leaned forward. "Strength is not staying silent," she said. "Strength is knowing when to reach out." Maya looked up. "Is that why you stopped for me?" she asked Marcus. "Yes," Marcus said. "Because no one should feel invisible." One of the bikers, a man with kind eyes named Bones, smiled. "We all come from simple places," he said. "We know what it feels like to be overlooked." Elena studied them more closely now. She noticed how carefully they spoke, how they waited before answering, how they looked at Maya with respect. "I judged too fast," Elena admitted. "I was afraid." Marcus nodded. "That's human," he said. "But tonight showed something else too." "What?" Maya asked. "That people can surprise you," he said. Stella stood and walked toward the window. "When we rode into the park," she said, "we thought it would be a quiet stop, just waiting for the rain to pass." She turned back. "Instead, we found someone brave enough to ask for help." Maya felt her cheeks warm. I was really scared, she said. But you still spoke up, Stella replied. That matters. Elena reached for Maya's hand. I always told you to be kind, she said. Tonight you were also strong. A knock came at the door. Elena looked worried for a moment, then stood. Marcus raised a hand gently. It's okay, he said. I'll stand with you. Elena opened the door. A neighbor stood there holding a small bag. I saw some lights earlier, the neighbor said. I wanted to check if everything was okay. Elena smiled. Thank you, she said. We're okay now. The neighbor glanced at the bikers, surprised. They helped us, Elena added. The neighbor nodded slowly. I guess you never know who will show up when it matters, she said. After the door closed, the room felt even calmer. Maya leaned back in her chair. Are you heroes? She asked suddenly. The bikers exchanged glances. Marcus smiled softly. No, he said. We're just people who chose not to walk away. Bones added. Anyone can do that. Maya thought about the park. The faces that passed her by. The boots that stopped. I want to be like that, she said. Someone who stops. Elena felt tears in her eyes, but she smiled. You already are, she said. The bikers began getting ready to leave. Jackets were picked up. Helmets were gathered. Stella knelt beside Maya. Remember this night, she said. Not because it was hard, but because it showed you who you can become. Maya nodded. I will. Marcus handed Elena a small card. If you ever need help, he said, call. Someone will answer. Elena held the card carefully. Thank you, she said, for seeing us. The bikers headed toward the door. Maya followed them into the hallway. She raised her hand and waved. Marcus turned back. You did good tonight, he said. Maya stood a little taller. So did you. The door closed gently behind them. The apartment felt warm, safe, full of quiet strength. Ending line. Sometimes the greatest change begins when ordinary people choose to care, and a small voice is finally heard. The next morning, the city looked fresh. The sidewalks were clean from the rain. The air felt lighter. But inside Maya, the memory of the night still felt close. Elena walked Maya to school as she always did. She held her hand a little tighter than usual. You slept okay? Elena asked. Maya nodded. Yes, Maya said. I kept thinking about Marcus and Stella. Elena smiled softly. They reminded us that good people can look unexpected, she said. Maya looked up. Will we see them again? She asked. I do not know, Elena replied. But we will remember what they taught us. At school, Maya tried to focus, but her thoughts drifted. She kept hearing Marcus's calm voice. No one should feel invisible. After class, Maya walked toward the front gate. Elena was waiting, but she looked worried. A woman in a neat coat stood beside Elena. She held a clipboard and spoke in a sharp tone. Elena, the woman said, we need to talk. Maya recognized her. It was Mrs. Grady, the building manager from their apartment. Elena stayed calm. Of course, Elena said. What is this about? Mrs. Grady looked at Maya, then back at Elena. Neighbors have been calling, she said. They said a motorcycle group was in the building last night. Elena took a breath. They helped us, Elena said. Maya asked for help and they showed up. Mrs. Grady frowned. That is not the point, she said. People are concerned. We have rules. Maya felt her stomach tighten. They did not break anything, Maya said quietly. They fixed our chair. Mrs. Grady did not smile. Little girl, she said. Adults are talking. Elena's eyes narrowed, but her voice stayed calm. Maya is part of this, Elena said. She has a right to speak. Mrs. Grady sighed as if she was tired of kindness. I am warning you, she said. If this happens again, I will review your lease. Maya's face turned hot. She felt small again like she did in the park. Elena reached for Maya's hand. We live quietly, Elena said. We pay on time. We respect this building. Mrs. Grady tapped her clipboard. Respect goes both ways, she said. And I expect it. She turned and walked away. Maya looked at her grandmother. Did we do something wrong? Maya asked. Elena crouched down so she was close. No, Elena said. We asked for help. That is never wrong. On their way home, Elena stopped at the laundromat. She needed to wash blankets from the rain. Maya sat on a plastic chair and watched the machine spin. Two women nearby whispered while looking at them. That's the apartment with those bikers, one woman said. I heard it was trouble, another replied. Maya lowered her eyes. She held her teddy bear tighter, even though she was too old to bring it to the laundromat. Today she needed it. Elena stood tall and walked over with calm confidence. Hello, Elena said. I heard my name. The women looked surprised. We did not mean anything, one said quickly. Elena's voice stayed gentle. I understand, she said. But I want you to know the truth. She pointed toward Maya. My granddaughter asked for help, Elena said. Those riders helped us safely and respectfully. They did not harm anyone. They treated us with dignity. The women fell quiet. One of them looked at Maya and softened. I did not know, she said. Elena nodded. Most people do not, she replied. That is why we should not rush to judge. Maya looked up at Elena. She felt proud. As they left the laundromat, Elena's phone buzzed. It was an unknown number. Elena hesitated, then answered. Hello, she said. A calm voice replied. This is Marcus, the voice said. I just wanted to check in. Are you both okay? Elena's eyes filled with relief. Yes, she said. We are okay. Thank you for calling. Maya leaned close. Is that him? She whispered. Elena smiled. Yes, she said. Maya spoke into the phone. Thank you, Maya said. People are talking, but I know what you did. Marcus paused, then spoke softly. Let them talk, he said. Truth is quiet, but it lasts. Ending line. Sometimes the hardest challenge is not the storm outside, but the whispers afterward, and the courage to stand tall anyway. The days that followed were quiet, but not easy. Word continued to move through the building and the neighborhood. People looked longer than usual. Some nodded. Some whispered. Maya noticed everything. One afternoon, Elena found a notice taped to their door. It was printed and formal. Building meeting. Mandatory. Elena read it twice. Her shoulders tightened, but her voice stayed steady. We will go, she said. That evening, the community room filled slowly. Folding chairs lined the walls. Neighbors sat in small groups, speaking in low voices. Maya sat beside her grandmother, her feet not quite touching the floor. Mrs. Grady stood at the front with her clipboard. We are here to discuss concerns, she said. About safety, about comfort, about expectations. Maya felt the word safety land heavy in her chest. A man raised his hand. I don't like unfamiliar groups around my home, he said. It makes people uneasy. A woman added. We work hard to keep this place calm, she said. We should be careful. Elena stood slowly. She did not rush. She did not raise her voice. May I speak? She asked. Mrs. Grady hesitated, then nodded. Elena faced the room. My granddaughter asked for help during a difficult moment, she said. She went to a public place and spoke out. Most people walked away. A few chose to listen. The room grew quiet. They did not shout, Elena continued. They did not frighten anyone. They helped us calmly and respectfully. Then they left. Someone near the back cleared his throat. I saw them, he said. They fixed the stair light on their way out. Another voice followed. They helped my car last winter, a woman said. I never knew their names. Maya looked around, surprised. Elena took a breath. We are often quick to judge what we do not understand, she said. But kindness does not wear one uniform. Respect does not look one way. Mrs. Grady shifted her weight. Our goal is harmony, she said. Elena nodded. So is mine, she replied. Maya raised her hand slowly. The room turned. Mrs. Grady frowned. This is an adult discussion, she said. Elena placed a gentle hand on Maya's shoulder. She lives here, Elena said. Her voice matters. Maya stood. Her knees felt weak, but she remembered the park. I was scared, Maya said. I asked for help. They listened. That is all. Silence followed. Then a man near the window spoke. That sounds like the kind of neighbor we want, he said. Heads nodded. The tension eased. Mrs. Grady cleared her throat. It seems we all want the same thing, she said. A place where people look out for one another. The meeting ended without threats or warnings. Just quiet understanding. As Elena and Maya walked home, Maya squeezed her grandmother's hand. I did not think I could do that, Maya said. Elena smiled. You did it anyway, she said. That night, a low rumble echoed outside. Maya ran to the window. 5 motorcycles were parked neatly along the curb. Engines silent. Lights off. Marcus stood below holding a small box. Elena opened the window. Is everything okay? She asked. Marcus smiled. We were nearby, he said. Thought we would check in. He held up the box. New chair screws, he said. The old ones were loose. Maya laughed softly. You remembered, she said. Marcus nodded. People matter, he replied. Neighbors peeked from windows. Some waved. Others watched with new eyes. Marcus looked up at Maya. You spoke today, he said. That takes heart. Maya stood taller. You taught me, she said. The bikes rolled away slowly. No noise. No show. Just presence. Ending line. Sometimes justice is not loud or fast, but steady, built when a community learns to listen and a child learns to speak. A week later, Riverside Park looked bright again. The sky was clear. The trees held golden leaves. The air smelled like clean morning. Maya walked beside Elena, holding her hand. They were not rushing. They were not hiding. They were simply walking. Elena stopped near the old bandstand and looked around. This is where it began, she said. Maya nodded. This is where I asked, Maya replied. Elena squeezed her hand. And where someone listened, Elena said. A few people passed by and smiled. One woman waved at Maya. Hi Maya, she called. Maya smiled back. Felt new to be seen. They sat on a bench. Elena opened a small paper bag and pulled out 2 warm pastries. A treat, she said. For a brave girl. Maya giggled. I was not brave, she said. Elena looked at her. You were, Elena replied. Bravery is doing the right thing even when your voice shakes. Maya took a bite and looked toward the street. She heard a familiar sound. Not loud, not harsh, just steady. 5 motorcycles rolled into view and parked near the curb. The riders stepped off calmly, like they belonged to the peace of the morning. Marcus walked toward them, holding a small envelope. Elena stood. Marcus, she said. Marcus smiled and nodded. Good morning, he said. Stella came beside him and waved at Maya. Hey, bright eyes, Stella said. Maya smiled wide. Hi, Maya said. Marcus held out the envelope to Elena. This is not a gift, he said. It is support. Elena looked confused. Marcus continued. Our chapter runs a community fund, he said. It helps families with small things. School supplies, utility help, repairs. Elena shook her head quickly. I cannot take that, she said. You have done enough. Marcus did not push. His voice stayed gentle. You can say no, he said. But listen first. Elena paused. Maya looked up at her grandmother. Grandma, Maya said. It is okay to accept kindness. Elena's eyes softened. Marcus spoke again. We also want to say something, he said. To you, to Maya, to everyone who watched and wondered. He turned slightly toward the park path where a few neighbors had stopped nearby. Mrs. Grady was there too, holding her purse with both hands. Marcus did not look angry. He looked calm. People judge fast, he said. I understand why. But I hope this week proved something. A man from the building stepped forward. It did, he said. My daughter asked me why I did not stop that night. I did not have a good answer. He looked at Maya. Thank you for reminding us, he said. Mrs. Grady cleared her throat. Elena turned to her. Mrs. Grady's voice was quieter than usual. I want to say I handled things poorly, she said. I focused on rules and forgot about people. Elena listened without interrupting. Mrs. Grady looked at Maya. You were brave, she said. And you deserved to be heard. Maya blinked, surprised. Thank you, Maya said. Mrs. Grady nodded and stepped back. Elena took a breath. Her shoulders relaxed. She looked at Marcus. I will accept, Elena said, holding the envelope. Not because I need charity, but because I understand what it means. Marcus smiled. That is exactly why we offer it, he said. Maya stood up and walked closer to Marcus. Can I give you something? She asked. Marcus knelt down. Sure, he said. Maya pulled out a folded paper from her pocket. It was a drawing. 5 motorcycles, park bench, a little girl holding a teddy bear, and above them careful words. Thank you for listening. Marcus took it with both hands like it was important. It is perfect, he said. Stella placed a hand on Maya's shoulder. Keep that voice, she said. The world needs it. Elena looked at Maya, then at the bikers, then at the park. For the first time in a long time, she felt something simple and strong. Peace. Marcus stood and stepped back toward his bike. We will see you around, he said. Maya waved. Be safe, she said. Marcus nodded. We always try, he replied. The motorcycles rolled away slowly, not to make a point, but to keep the morning calm. Elena and Maya sat back on the bench. Maya leaned against her grandmother. Grandma, Maya whispered. I think kindness is stronger than fear. Elena kissed the top of her head. It is, Elena said. And you helped us remember. Ending line. When we choose respect over judgment and courage over silence, we do not just change one moment, we change the whole neighborhood.